The GOP Pillar for Law and Justice states that we believe every human life matters and the public's trust in the equal and sure application of law enforcement, civil order, and the rule of law is essential to a successful society. How do you balance the rights of citizens to petition the government for redress of grievances and provide a safe community? What needs to be done to restore the public's trust in law enforcement and to ensure that everybody feels that they have equal protection under the law?
There's two questions in there. And one, I'm not necessarily convinced that across our state as a grand matter that our people have lost their faith in law enforcement. I don't believe that. There's certain segments of our population that may have, but overall, I don't believe it. I think that our law enforcement gets a bad rap for the most part. I think they're underfunded, they're understaffed, and they're doing the best they can with the resources that our liberal government in the state has given them. As far as seeking redress, I'll go with what my colleague Mr. Kim said about when a governor overreaches and what the obligations of the Attorney General are. Our Attorney General didn't do that the last 2 years. Our people needed redress on a grand scale because their rights were being violated. And you know what I did about it? I sued him on behalf of thousands of people. So that's what we're going to do. Everybody needs redress. The Attorney General needs to make sure that path is available for everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, I think if you look at what's happening in Chicago and in Cook County, you have politicians that think, well, you either support the cops or you infringe on civil rights and civil liberties. It doesn't work that way. They're not mutually exclusive. For 4 years, I was a commissioner in the Illinois Human Rights Commission. I adjudicated hundreds of civil rights, civil liberties cases. So I do believe civil liberties, civil rights are very important. But that does not mean that you can't support the police. Most police out there, they're good people. And they know that they're not defending those police officers that do wrong. They will agree that those that do wrong should face justice also. What we have here is a war between the left-wing politicians and the police. There's no need for that to happen. The police are willing to work with the community, and as Attorney General, I am going to bring both law enforcement and the community together so that we can keep our communities safe.
I have previously in my career had the privilege and honor to stand up before a judge and say, "Good morning, Your Honor, David J. Shestokas on behalf of the people of the state of Illinois." And it was very interesting to note that when I would say those words, I would also understand that the guy to my right who's accused of a crime is one of the people of the state of Illinois. The people to my back that were victims of crimes were also the people of the state of Illinois, which means that you have an unusual job. This is an unusual job in the legal profession, because legally you're supposed to, generally speaking, zealously advocate for your client. But as an attorney general, as an assistant state's attorney, as a state's attorney, your actual job is to justice in that regard, in terms of achieving justice also for, if you're going to seek to take away somebody's life, liberty, or property, you have to do it with due process of law. You have to do these things beyond a reasonable doubt. And the attorney general can, in fact, set the standard for such prosecutions and the conduct of law enforcement underneath him. And by setting such a standard, we will, in fact, not just necessarily restore confidence, because I would agree with my colleagues that confidence on the general public is not gone, but rather instill further confidence that justice is what the legal system is seeking, not necessarily revenge or other activities. And people will feel better if they know we're seeking justice. Thank you.